Welcome to Real at Midnight, a podcast where we uncork and unwind. I'm Gao.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Pa Houa. Hi everyone, thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to today's episode. Today we are drinking Frontera wine called Moonlight, and it is a white blend, and as always, it is not sponsored, but if anyone wants to sponsor us, let us know. Anyway, so last week we shared our Q&A form, so if you have any burning questions for us, please submit it using the form provided below. We will be answering these questions next week in our final episode of Season 1.
Yes, so make sure you submit those questions that you have. So, ladies, how was your week? It's a Friday. We are recording on a Friday evening. So, how was your week? I feel like this week went by really fast. It seemed like C made a steak like yesterday.
I know, that's what I feel like too. Because I remember it was Tuesday and then it was like, dang, tomorrow's Wednesday and I go in the office on Wednesday and it just seemed to have come by so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I was just in the office. So this week did go by really fast.
I feel like Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are usually like slower.
Yeah,
but then
slow.
Thursday, once you hit Thursday, everything like comes really fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm always looking forward to Thursday and Friday. I mean, not so much Thursday now because I have Thursday class. But like once Thursday hits, then I know like I have Thursday evening busy and then usually Friday nights podcasts and then weekends. Sometimes we have things planned.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like bam, bam, bam. And then Monday happens.
Yes, the weekend is always so short.
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I'm excited for Wednesday because it's like I'm halfway done with the week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So whenever I hit Wednesday, I'm like, okay, you can do this, girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 more days.
Reached a milestone.
Yes.
Oh God, how are your classes?
It's okay.
You're taking 2 classes, right?
Actually
Just one?
one, but
Okay.
I registered for my second class yesterday. I decided to add in another class, which is a B term class, and it's 3 Saturdays in April. So April 17th, 27th, and May 1st. It's from 8 to 5.
Oh wow, so it's like
Yeah.
a full day
Mhm.
of class.
Yep. So it's 2 credits. It's on leadership and development. Originally, I thought that I would just do this first class and then leave that class for another semester. But then just creating my grad school plan, it would be best if I can take it now instead of later on where I'm trying to like pile other classes on. And now I have a good opportunity to.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. But right now, class is going okay. I feel like things are picking up. We have midterm next week. Not next week, next month. What am I thinking about? Next month. Right now, like we're learning supply and demand and
Oh, that
all
fun
that
stuff.
fun stuff, market demand and stuff like that, which doesn't really interest me, but I feel like I understand it a little bit, which I am happy I took econ, I think last spring semester. That helped.
Well, I'm sure you'll do fine in your Saturday class.
Yeah.
It sounds boring.
I know.
Like
I
a
can't.
whole work day.
Seriously, I don't know how I will do it since it's 9 hours long, and right now classes are almost 3 hours long, and I can barely sit through that.
Oh. But you're only meeting 3 days.
Yeah, 3 Saturdays,
Oh.
which would be
hopefully-
nice to just like
Yeah.
get that class done.
Yeah.
And get those 2 credits.
Is it week after week? Week or every Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the 3
Okay.
Saturdays in a row at the end
Okay.
of April.
That means no more hanging out on Friday night. Or no partying Friday night.
Saturday night only.
Saturday
Yeah.
night. Okay, how about you, Pa Houa? How's your week?
Yeah, how's your week been, Paul?
My week's been fine. I mean, typical work week.
How's your furniture stuff coming along?
Oh yeah.
It's going okay. I haven't had too much time to work on them. I just got these two dressers, the mid-century modern ones, that I finished cleaning up, and I listed them on Facebook Market earlier this week, and so I'm just gonna let it sit there for a bit. I did price them a little high, but
People will bargain for it. So
yeah.
it's okay.
So let's see. I'll let you guys know how that goes. All I said, I haven't done a ton of painting furniture. I want to find like some decent quality ones before I start doing that, because I know they have a lot of like junkier ones on Facebook Market, but that just takes a lot more time and effort to clean up before you
Yeah.
paint it. And I was like, I don't think I really want to spend that much of my free time doing that.
Plus, it's cold outside too, so you
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to be out there too long.
Mm-hmm. And I've just been doing a lot of my painting in our room over there, and it's like a smaller room, so not a lot of air circulation going on. Not to wear a mask. It's like it's
Yeah.
stinky.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just wait till I get a decent quality furniture before I really invest my time to paint it.
Maybe you guys can get a garage heater.
Oh, I know. We have TK's ice fishing heater, which is
yeah.
pretty good, but painting takes some time, and I don't think I want to be outside that long,
Yeah, that's true.
even with the heater.
It's okay. It's gonna get warmer pretty soon here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited.
Spring is next month already though.
Yeah.
That's
Is it?
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. This year's going by so fast.
And it just started.
I know.
Seriously, it's about to be March. I mean, when this comes out, it'll be March.
Yeah.
It'll be March
Yes.
3rd.
Okay, so this week, you know how I've been trying to like drink more water, and then that causes me to like use the bathroom like almost every hour.
Mm-hmm.
And conveniently, I have my period this week. And
That
so,
works out well, huh?
yeah, and so I don't know. I dread just going to the bathroom because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
look at my fluid. Yeah, but everything's going okay, I guess.
Well, I guess that makes us period twins. I'm also on my period. No,
This-
what is it called?
Period.
Yeah, no, but
Sisters.
yeah, is that what it is?
Something like that. But not like when you hang out together for a
Yeah.
long period of time, or if you
Yeah.
live together, then your periods sync.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so crazy how that works, though.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna look it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Blood sisters? No.
No.
Yeah, blood sisters.
Is it really? That's what it's called.
Or cycle sisters?
I like cycle sisters more.
They're both a little creepy.
That depends how you say like cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I imagine the other cycles. Like, I
know.
don't know why you
After I said it, I was like, oh wait, that sounds kind of funny.
can just be period twins.
Yeah.
The cycle sisters, according to Urban Dictionary, is used to describe two women who hang out so much that their periods start to sync up.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's crazy how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, when I used to live with my parents and my sisters, like, we would all have our period at the same time. Yeah.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't think my sisters and I have synced periods before.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure my mom and I we've like synced periods, because my sister's a little younger than me, so she like didn't start menstruating yet. But I'm pretty sure my mom and I we have quite a few times.
Yeah.
And
Like, probably not like every cycle or every time you have your period, but then, like, there's probably cycles where you're gonna have your periods, like, at the same time. It's bound to happen. I feel.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so the other day, because I knew my period was coming, I just felt it. Like I get lower back pains and like my
Oh really?
yeah, and my breasts like get tender,
Uh-huh.
and I get like extra emotional before my period and during. And so I went thrifting. I was like, you know what, baby? Like I'm gonna go buy myself a pot so I can boil my menstrual cups,
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
because I've just been using our cooking pots.
Ew.
And I don't think I've told TK that. Like I make sure to clean them very well before
Ew,
we
we
use
probably
them.
used it already.
Last weekend.
No.
Well, you'll
we-
find out now then, right? If he listens to this, or does he
No,
already know?
I already told him when
Oh.
I bought the pot because I came home with the pot. I was like, oh babe, check it out. I didn't say check it out. I was like, babe, look at this pot because I made sure it was the color red. It was because our pots are black.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, look at this pot, baby. Don't ever use this pot. I'm gonna use it to boil my menstrual cups. And he goes, ew, what the heck? What have you been using?
How did he react when you told him?
He was like, ew, that's so gross. And so now I have a designated menstrual cup boiling pot. So if y'all see a red pot in my cupboard, don't use it. I have to put a label on there.
Yeah, don't use that red pot, okay?
But speaking of that, like what kind of period products do you two use?
I just use pads. I used to do tampons, but I'm just like, yeah. Like I feel like they're not meant to be in there for like 8 hours plus or so like
4 to 6 hours.
yeah. So like when I use it during my heavy days, like it doesn't like it leaks through. So I'm just like,
Do you try, or have you tried using the bigger tampons?
I think so.
Oh.
But yeah, like it kept leaking through. So I'm just like, okay, just forget it. I'll just go to pads. And then I haven't used it ever since. And then a couple years ago when we went to, well, I was going to say Wells Fargo. I meant to Wisconsin Dells. When we went to Wisconsin Dells, I was on my period, so I couldn't like do much swimming. But then my sister-in-law had tampons. And it was her first time using tampons too. And so I was using it, and then like, I don't know, it's just so weird. It's those ones where like you have to pull out, and then you have to push the stick, and then it pushes the tampon inside you.
The applicator?
Yeah.
Isn't that all tampons?
Most tampons are like that.
I think they're the compacted one where you have to, where it looks like this, and then you have to pull it out and then push it in.
Oh,
Does
I
that
know.
make sense?
I know. Those are is it the Kotex one? I feel like I've used those
Yeah,
before.
probably. Or maybe I just don't know how to use it and I'm doing it wrong. But
No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I feel like I've used those before because there's the ones where it's already out and you just push it in.
yeah.
And then there's those who
some-
are like smaller where you can put in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Have you used those before, Gal? Or seen them?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
But-
just using it wrong.
Oh, yeah, I've used those.
Okay.
Oh, it's
They work
supposed to
fine.
click?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed
Like
to click.
compact.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why I'm using it wrong. But then I used it, and then I threw it away, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, like I was gonna pull up my swimming underwear, swimming bottom, but then I was trying to feel if the string was there, and then I was like, oh shit, there's no string there. Did I push it up too high or something? And so I just got scared, but then I think I threw it in the trash.
Every lady's nightmare.
Yeah. A tampon getting stuck in there.
Yeah.
Or like, you don't feel the string.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, I don't want to get scared anymore. I'm just gonna stick to pads. So I've been with pads ever since. Go ahead, Gal.
Well, I mean, I use tampons. I like tampons now. I used to use pads when I first started with my period. I really like the winged pads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the best. But now I just use tampons, just like light tampons and panty liners. Because I feel like my flow is pretty light since I have my IUD. Like it's a lot lighter than before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't had to wear like pads. Maybe sometimes at night when I'm going to bed. Like when I'm going to bed, I wear pads, but like not the full sized
The
pads.
full on overnight
Yeah.
ones.
And
Those are the
even now,
worst.
like when I wear pads, I feel like I'm wearing a big diaper. And I don't like the feeling of it. So that's why I prefer tampons, and I just make sure to change it out often.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've used the compact ones, I'm pretty sure. And it's pretty easy. But a tip for some ladies, like if it's dry to get in, then just wet it with your mouth really quick and then insert it.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that.
So it moistens, because you know after you wipe down there and you're kind of dry
Yeah.
and it's harder to insert, like if you just wet the tip, like even if you can like put it in your mouth a little bit, like just a tip, so it's moist.
Mm.
Because you know it's just that plastic piece. You can just,
I was
When
like,
you said that?
full.
No.
I was like, wait, no, that makes no sense because it has to go in there with the plastic in there.
no, with the plastic.
Oh yeah. When you
With the
said that,
applicator.
I imagine you putting the whole thing in your mouth. I was like,
Me
whoa,
too.
cow.
No, you just like do the tip a little bit,
Oh,
or like you like spit on it if you want to spit on it, but just to get that tip moist, so you can it goes in more easily, so it doesn't have that like dry burn.
Feeling, yeah.
When it goes up. Yeah.
Wow.
good to know.
Yeah.
I learned that from someone's YouTube video I watched. It worked.
Dang, I never knew that. Because I feel like when like similar to you, I started off with pads, the wing pads. And then I transitioned to tampons in college. Shout out to Christine. She introduced me to tampons. Yo, I was so scared. I was like, oh, I don't know how to put it in. I'm scared it's going to get stuck. I'm scared that I'm going to like not put it in all the way. It's going to fall out or it's gonna, I don't know, it's going to get stuck or fall out. And so she just really helped guide me through it. And I was on tampons for, I don't know, quite a few years. And then 2 years ago, I transitioned to using the Menstrual Cup, which is life-changing. I know I've told you guys before.
It's been 2 years already since you transitioned. I
Mhm.
feel like it was just recently when you told us about it.
No, it's been 2 years.
Wow.
Because I think it was the first time I used it was when we went camping at Maplewood State Park.
Oh, the one with the mayflies and whatever.
No.
Was I there?
No, you
No,
weren't
you
there.
Oh, okay. Dang, I act like I knew.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, so that was the first time I used it. And I have never gone back, and I will never go back to tampons.
Wow. Do you still use like panty liners and all?
I use the panty liners when I'm really heavy, but most of the times I don't really use it just because the cup is like big enough to hold the blood for like you can wear it for up to 12 hours. And so like it's big enough to hold my blood for that long amount until I change it later at night or in the morning.
Oh, that makes convenient because, you know, like in that 12-hour rotation, you'll end up at home sometime.
And so I always just change it in the morning when I wake up and at night when I shower. I just change it in the bathroom.
Whoa. Really?
Just pull it out and dump,
Yeah,
right?
just dump it right into the shower. Or you can dump it in the toilet. That's what I do in the morning. But since I shower at night, I just dump it in there and it just washes away.
I feel like I have such a heavy flow that I don't know. I'll probably have to change it out like every 4 to 6 hours.
I think they have different sizes too, right? That you can use. Depending on your.
I think so, because I think when I bought mine, it said you can buy the ones where you haven't had a baby, and you can buy ones where you've already had a baby. So because I think your body changes.
Yeah.
So you can check it out. Like it sounds scary.
It does sound scary.
Just to like look at it afterwards in a cup.
Yeah,
like, that's
it's
kind of
Scary.
scary and gross. Like it's just a
Yeah.
cup
Too,
of
like-
blood in your hand. But it's like you'll just take a couple of cycles for you to really get used to it, to really like understand like how to take the cup out and how to put it in to make sure it's suction and tight so that blood
Yeah.
doesn't leak out.
Because I remember just reading on it because I thought about getting one too, but you have to like put it in a certain way, and then when you release it, you have to like let the air out and then pull out too.
You gotta like pinch the bottom so it's
Yeah.
not suction. But I think you guys should definitely give it a try. It saves a lot of money.
Do you use it when you're sleep, like overnight too?
Yeah, I use it when I sleep at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I change it in the morning.
Wow.
So you're like, what if it gets lost and you can't grab it out?
I don't think. Okay, that was when I first got the cup. I was like, I'm just gonna try it on before I start my period because I didn't want to be in a crisis when I'm in my period. I was like, I can't take it out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, let me just try it on. And then when I first got it, it arrived, and then I boiled it, make sure it was disinfected and cleaned, and then I put it in. And then later that night, I went to shower. I was like, oh, I should probably like take it out. And then I could not take it out. It was like in there, and I was almost having a panic attack. And then I was like, baby, I need you to take this cup out of me. Because we were showering together, and he goes, what?
So like Dr. Decay is here.
I need you to reach your finger up in there and pull this cup out of me.
Do you know you were trying it out though?
I don't think he knew.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
really
He's
He's
surprised.
like, What? You stuck a cup inside of
Why would you stick a cup in you like
you? You
that?
kinky.
And so I think he reached in and with the cups like there's a little tip in there. And so he was like, what is this? And so he was just so confused. But he eventually pulled it out and I felt so much better.
But that didn't scare you away. You tried again?
Yeah, that did not scare me away. I tried again. And I think I just had to get used to like the pushing motion because sometimes it goes a little further up depending on like movements and whatnot. And so I just had to practice like pushing it down
Without your
even
muscles
feeling it.
down there?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Interesting.
So take
I
some
think that's
time.
one way to like build a stronger Vajayjay.
Right.
Have you guys heard of the underwear one?
Yeah.
There's an underwear one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it just like soaks it all up, and then after you're done, you rinse it out.
Yeah.
You like put it underwater, you wring it out, and you dry it.
Oh,
and
I
you
don't
use
want to touch
again.
it though. I don't want to touch it though.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't
know how
Yeah.
it works or the technology behind it.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be leak proof.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it must be like super absorbent. But I just think like, when you're on your period, you just don't bleed. There's also like discharge and stuff like that
Yeah.
too. Like that just sits on the surface of your underwear,
Yeah.
then, right?
And I
I
think
don't
the other
know.
day I saw that they have period leggings. I swear I saw this on Facebook. It's like leggings, but with that period technology, where
Whoa, okay.
it's supposed to soak up the blood.
That's weird.
Yeah, I should have screenshot it and sent to you guys.
I
But
feel like I would want to wear underwear still.
I don't know.
Wear it on top of the legging.
I don't know. I was like, what? That's so weird. But I mean, I guess because I know was it that those reusable diapers is in, and so I can see why
Oh,
they
yeah.
are
Oh,
doing
yeah.
like reusable period underwears
Mm-hmm.
because it's definitely better for the environment, and it's like reusable. It helps you save money, and so I can see why people they might be drawn to that kind of product, but I just don't think it's for me. I'm good with my cup.
That might be the transition to the next product.
Wait, I have a question though about the menstrual cup.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because you know how sometimes there'll be chunks and all coming out too? Does it catch all that too?
Yeah, it goes right into the cup.
We should do a segment where we try it, Jessica, and we vlog our
Yeah.
experience.
Yes, you guys should.
I think I want to try it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Do it.
Your decision just changed really quick.
No, because I'm so tired of using like pads and because I use the overnight pads whenever I go to sleep,
Oh,
and so it's like I have a whole diaper on,
Mm-hmm.
and then like it just gets so uncomfortable between my legs, and I'm just like sometimes I would get so mad because I'm on my period and there's something between my legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm just like not comfortable at all.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like when I was wearing pads to sleep, the overnight one, I feel like I could only sleep straight, like on my back. Like I did not feel comfortable turning to the side because I was scared it was gonna leak on my leg.
Oh yeah.
And so
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
I don't miss those
hated
leaking
that.
days.
Yeah, I hated those overnight pads.
Oh my gosh! So my recent period, like we just bought a whole new bed for us, and I actually got blood on the bed.
Oh,
I know.
That's the
I was so
worst.
disappointed, but I was able to scrub it off. But there's like a little stain. But
Yeah.
Mm. I hate that.
me
I
too.
remember. I know that's happened to me a couple of times before too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it just reminds me of like middle school and high school days, just going around wearing pads and thinking like, did I leak myself? Or...
Oh,
Yeah.
for
I
real.
feel like every time I sat down and I stood, I was like, okay, let me just double check
For
and see if there's
real?
anything on the
Uh-huh.
chair or anything.
Exactly.
And then I
or
would
the
have
waterfall when you get up.
Yes.
Or when like you would have those moments with your friends where you're like, "Hey, check on my ass. Did you see blood on my
Yes.
butt?"
Do not miss those days.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to try the cup. Like I've looked into it before, but now like when I just brought up the idea to you, I don't know how I would do it since I live with other people and just like boiling my cup just there, you know.
Just come here, use the hose.
Yeah, just come
Bring
use
your
my
own pot.
pot or your
Bring
own
your own pot.
I'm gonna come borrow your pot. People.
It's fine. I mean, you only need to boil it for 3 minutes. So you just leave the water boiling. You can just put your cup in there and then, I don't know, stand by the stove so nobody comes. If anybody comes by, you can just be like, oh, hey, or just try to block it if you're embarrassed about it. But shut up. But yeah, don't be embarrassed. I'm sure they might think it's gross, but just have your own
I might
pot.
have to buy my own designated pot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in your bedroom or something.
Yes.
Wow. But I'm really considering it at this moment. So maybe we should do that, Cal.
Be spontaneous and buy it right now, Jessica.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to do research first.
Yeah, there's so many different brands out there.
Yeah.
What brand do you have? Do you know?
I have the Duchess brand because I think that's I bought it on Amazon and I think that was bestseller on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And so I bought that and it comes with 2 cups.
Do you
The
just
same size.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only have 2 cups then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Do you I was just wondering, like, do you disinfect in like every day during your period or just only before?
I only disinfected after my cycle was done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so what I do is every time I'm done using it, I would put it in a mixture of, it's a 1-to-1 mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water. And that it just helps get rid of all the blood stain on the cup.
Okay.
So the cup looks new again. And then I will disinfect it by boiling it in hot water for 3 minutes.
Oh,
And then the cups that I bought, they came in a little baggie and I just put it in the baggie. And then I can just reuse it for next time. But for daily use, I will just rinse it with water because I'm already in the shower.
So when you're in the shower, we could take this part out too. But then when you're in the shower, do you rinse it out and then put it back in then?
No, I leave it out for a bit when I'm done with my routine. And then I'll put it back in before I
okay.
leave the shower.
I think it might be a good idea to have it dry
Before you put it back in?
before you put it in.
No, I just put it in wet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it in the way?
Maybe it'll be easier too. Since it'll
Yeah.
glide right in.
Yeah, spit on that thing. Do you when you have it in and you're using the bathroom, you're peeing, and when you wipe, does it like get in the way or anything? Is it bulging out of your
No. Like it's in there.
I think I
Oh,
imagine
okay.
it like a tampon where you have the tampon up
All the
there
way up
and
there.
then the string is out.
Minus the string.
Yeah, but minus the string.
So when you
So you
take it
don't
out, you have
feel
to
it.
like dig it out, basically.
No, you don't really have to dig it out. Like it's like, the cup's like this, but it has like a tiny little tail here.
Yeah.
So you can maybe like tug the tail a bit so it comes down, and then you will pinch the bottom of the cup to stop the suction, and you can just pull the cup out.
Oh,
It's not terribly deep up there.
okay.
But if it ever does go pretty high, you can always just use your vaginal muscles and push it out.
Baby, take it out. It's too high up. Okay, well, I'm really considering it, so maybe I'll do some more research
Yeah. I think you both should give it a try.
because I think I'm tired of using pads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do it. I've convinced a couple of friends to transition to using the cup, and they said they love it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess the only part that's making me hesitant is just like during my heavy days, like will it last throughout those 12 hours? But I guess like I can just go when I get home, I can just change it up instead of waiting the full 12 hours.
Right. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to wait that 12 hours.
Yeah.
If you're heavier, you can change it earlier.
Mhm.
And like I said, when I'm feeling heavy, like I would make sure to have a panty liner under,
Mm-hmm.
just so I know that, okay, look, like it's heavy, it's leaking. Okay, now I gotta go change it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's like a double protection.
Okay.
Yeah. So then how do you take care of your vajayjay then when you're on your period? Or even like when you're off your period?
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I use Summer Eve's
Mm-hmm.
pH wash for down there. But I also saw this video that it's not necessary to use it either. But I like using it. I feel like it's better than using like the body wash I use or the bar soap that I use, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel a lot cleaner with
Because
it.
it's specifically for
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's more neutral. The scent I buy, it's not very strong and it's just like very subtle. To me, it's a good balance for my vajayjay.
Yeah. I used to use Summer's Eve and I think I've transitioned to like Vagisil and all that.
Oh.
Mhm.
But then I think I just I think I got to a point where like it just got really weird down there. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stop and just use water. But I feel like if I just only use water, then like it's not clean to my legging.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I feel like because I've heard that you should only use water. Like you don't even need to use soap to clean down there to
exactly.
keep it balanced. Because you don't want
it's it naturally cleans itself.
right. Because you don't want to kill off too many bacteria down there.
right.
And so like I've definitely agreed. Like I don't feel clean if I just use water. And so I've used Vajayjay before, and I've used Summer's Eve before. And I've used this one other one from Target. I bought. It's like more of a natural, organic kind.
Oh.
That one was pretty good too. And I always try to get the unscented or like fragrance free one because I think those are supposed to be better down there. But yeah, I mean, I like using. Right now, I'm using the Summer's Eve fragrance free one, and I like using them. I feel like I just feel cleaner when I'm using it, even if I'm not on my period. Just the daily use,
Right. Like I thought when I was showering, I thought about maybe I shouldn't use it tonight. I'm like, that just feels wrong. Like I have to use it.
Yeah.
So then, okay. So then, do you guys just wash your body, and then when it gets down there, then you'll just use the Summer's Eve or whatever you're using for just down there. Then
Yeah. Usually it's my last step.
Oh,
Like I do my face first, and then I do my body, and then down there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I feel like I do the opposite. I always do my face last.
Oh
really?
Yeah.
I always do my face first.
Oh, I always do. Okay, we might as well talk about routine because I always like do my oil cleanser, and then I do my shampoo, conditioner, and then I brush my teeth, and then I do my wash down there, and then depending on the day, maybe I might do body wash. I don't always do body wash, and then I do my face.
Oh, interesting.
Just because I don't want like all the shampoo and conditioner getting on my face, and so that's just the last thing I do.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. But for me, if I'm washing my hair, okay, first is the oil cleanser, and then I go in with my shampoo, and I leave the shampoo in my hair while I do my face wash, and then I rinse everything off, and then I do conditioner, and then I do my body wash, and then when I get out, and then when I leave or when I get out, then that's when I do like my teeth and brushing my teeth and everything else.
Yeah, that's how I do it too.
I don't really like brushing my teeth in the shower.
Me too. I don't like doing
really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. He hates it. I use up all the water. That's why he hates it. I stand there and brush my teeth.
It just grosses me out to brush my teeth in the shower. That's-
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like I just think of all the other germs that's going in my mouth.
What?
Really? The part I think about is when like it goes like if it doesn't go down the drain fast enough, the water piles up, and so it's probably just gonna sit around in the water. Like when I spit it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same as scrubbing off your dead skin.
That's
it's
true.
Still
Yeah.
in the water. You're gonna be stepping on it.
That's true, but I like to do it out here though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know some people like they brush their teeth in the shower and then they leave their toothbrush there, and that's just like I just
Oh,
cringe
I
at that.
know.
Because like other people use the shower too,
And
and I
there's-
just think about like all the things that float.
Okay, yeah, I don't leave mine in there. And I mean, like, we have a little curtain there too. And that's where I
Yeah,
put my toothbrush up there anyways. But I don't leave it in there. I think that is kind of gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I watched a lot of videos and they say you don't even need Summer's Eve, just use water. So
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I'm going to keep using it.
Yeah.
Same. It makes you feel clean. So do
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you guys remember when you first got your period?
I think I was in like 6th grade.
Yeah, I think I was in 7th grade. I was a late bloomer.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine in 5th grade.
I'm surprised you got yours in 5th grade.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
surprised too. I didn't know what it was. It was so weird. I had a lot of close cousins, and they talked about it.
And you're like, I can't relate.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it will happen to me. I didn't know the details of it at that age, and when I did, I was like, "Oh my god! Like I'm bleeding down there. Like what's happening to me?" Because no one has had that talk ever. And my mom, she worked second shift then, and so it was my dad home. I was like, "Dad, like I'm bleeding down there. I don't know what's happening." And then he called my mom, and then my dad took me to the store to buy the feminine products.
Aww.
And then we came home, and then I was like, okay, so I have my period. And then after that, later into the school year, we had the talk with our classmates about personal hygiene and periods and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
That was pretty scary, though, when you just look down and you're like, am I dying?
Did you have like a heavy flow when you first started then? Or was it like brownish, reddish? Or it came like little?
It was red. Like, I remember it being red.
Really?
And I was like, dang, what the heck is going on down there? Like, I don't remember, like, injuring it or, like, anything.
That's
so
cute.
It caught me off guard.
Yeah, I remember mine was pretty scary too. I know I had mine pretty late. I was 7th grade, so I knew what a period was at that time. But I think because I was a teenager, I was just a little crazy because I remember it happened at night when I was at home. And so I was like, oh shit, okay, my period's starting. And then I went to my mom, and then she was cooking dinner. I was like, Mom, we need to go to the store right now. And then she goes, why? Why do you need to go to the store? I was like, no, Mom, I just need to go. Like I felt really ashamed and embarrassed for some reason.
Aw.
And so, like, I didn't tell my mom, I'm, like, bleeding down there. I was like, no, Mom, I just need you to take me to the store. And she's like, why do you need to go? And then I was like, and then I just finally, because I remember I was, like, crying a little bit because I was so emotional at
I
that
remember
time.
crying, too, because I wasn't sure what was going on with me.
Yeah. And so I was crying. I was like, Mom, I'm bleeding. In Hmong, of course. And so she's like, oh, okay, let's go then. And so she took me to Walgreens. And so she showed me where the pad aisle was because I never knew that section even existed. Right? And so she took me there and she's like, so these type of pads. They're different brands. She was very informative. She's like, these kinds have wings. These kinds don't have wings. These are the good brand. These are not the good brand.
Wait, so what is the good brand and the bad brand?
The good brands are Always.
Yeah,
Well,
like always.
Yeah, my mom was like, these are the good brands. Get the Always brand, and then the not good brands. Like, she did not like Cortex or
Yeah,
the
I've
other
heard that too.
ones. And so she's like, make sure you always get a good brand. Make sure you always get the ones with wings so that they stick onto your underwear and they don't slip and slide around. And then she proceeded to tell me, like, make sure you look at the different sizes. Just like you don't buy the wrong one. They all look the same, but they're not the same. And so she like gave me a full detail of all the pads, and she didn't tell me about the tampons. And so we bought a pack of pads, and then we went home, and then she like taught me how to put it on underwear, and then I like put it on, and I was like, okay, okay, so I guess I'm a woman now.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, it was just really funny.
That's a cute story.
That is.
Yeah.
Well, my sister, I have an older sister, so while she was going through all that, I was like nosy, so I kind of knew what was going on. So I wasn't like, I guess I kind of knew what to do when I first started my period. So
Must be nice because God and I were the oldest daughter, so we had no one.
yeah,
Yeah, and your parents don't exactly tell you that this is what's going to happen to you
Mm-hmm.
in your body during this age.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but mine wasn't as memorable.
Were
as
you
both
ready
of
to
you.
ask for a pad then?
I think so. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have my period.
Oh, so you were like
Oh.
really calm and
Yeah, like I knew it was coming, and
How did you know when it was your first time? Oh, I mean,
the first time having it.
yeah. I mean, I guess you were expecting it, but how did
Yeah.
did you like have like, I don't know, sore boobs and all that?
yeah.
No, I think it just came, and I was like, it's not like red. I think mine was like brownish, reddish. So
Like a little spotty.
yeah,
Looking.
so I think I just knew then.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and then my older sister also had it. So, like, I was, oh, okay, period, okay, yeah,
Yeah. Do you guys get cramps often when you're on your period?
yeah, I do. I have really bad cramps. Before I lost my virginity, like, I didn't have any like bad cramps or anything. But then I think I would have like sore boobs like before I had my period, or maybe not even because I can't recall. But then like after I started started sleeping.
You're intimate.
Okay, yeah. After I like lost my virginity and all that, that was when I started experiencing like really bad cramps, and then like I would start having sore boobs like a week before. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have my period, and then I also get like cramps too before I'm gonna have my period. I don't know, and then I also get super emotional too, like a
Yeah,
week
that's
before. Yeah.
totally normal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for me, before I was on my IUD, like I never got any cramps at all. Like it just came and no other like
Yeah.
sore booby feelings. It was just like a period and that's it, nothing else. But like after I got my IUD, the week before I get my period, I would get like really intense cramps, like down in my uterus, where I would feel my IUD like it's there. Like, like you
like
just
your
feel
muscles
it.
are
No, like
bigger and tighter, and they touch it.
no, like you just feel it. You just feel the IUD in your uterus, like in you, and it's like it gives you, or gave me like really bad cramps, like a week before my period for a couple of days, and then that's when I knew like, okay, next week I'm gonna have my period. On top of that, I get like emotional and very bloated, and I eat a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Me
I feel
too.
like I eat so much when I'm about to get my period. Like I just eat and eat and eat, and like I'm hungry and I need to eat.
Yeah.
And then after I'm done with my period, I feel like my normal body has returned, and I feel like I'm not bloated, and I can feel like I'm not carrying 100 pounds with me.
I mean, I feel like I eat a lot all the time, but then I usually feel bloated too, like before I'm gonna have my period, and I'm like, oh my god, I look so fat. Like,
It's the worst. I
yeah,
feel like right after your period, and then right before you hit halfway to your next period, then that time is like the normal.
Yeah, the good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I ever really had like bad cramps. And even to now, I don't think I have terrible cramps. I think there's only one time that's memorable that I had really bad cramps where I thought I was dying. Because I've never experienced it before. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what to do. And then I just sat on the toilet because I was like, something's going to come out of me. That was so crazy. And it eventually passed. But I was really scared because I never had such an experience before. And then I like took ibuprofen and tried to massage it. I put like a heat pad on my stomach and like that helped. But the pain was still there. And it was just awful.
Have you tried Midol?
I usually don't take anything when I'm on my period.
Yeah, I usually don't either, but I hear like a lot of people like Midol when they're on their period and they're experiencing really intense cramps. And I hear that's it's pretty common too for ladies to experience a lot of cramping. And also people, it's more extreme than like everyone else's, where like they can't really do anything besides like being curled up.
Yeah, I remember in middle school there was this girl who had like extreme cramps. Like she would just sit in the corner, or not in the corner, but she would just sit and she would cry. And then at school, and I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like you need to go to the nurse's office. And she's like they can't do anything, and like like it's just like that internal pain where you just gotta let it do its thing and pass. Yeah, which is just so awful.
Yeah. Teacher told me that one of my sister-in-law, like whenever she has period cramps, it would be bad, and then like there are times where she would like just pass out on the living room floor. And then
Oh my god,
I think she went to the hospital a couple times for it too.
I've heard of those stories before too.
It's scary.
So scary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or where they can't even get out of the bathroom because they're on the bathroom floor, like in pain, in so much pain.
Dang, periods. Being a woman,
It's difficult.
Do you guys have regular periods or irregular periods? Because I have irregular periods, and I'm just so envious of people that like they can track their periods and like they're like, oh, I'm gonna have it tomorrow. I'm just like, what? How do you do that?
Yeah, for some people, like they know.
Yeah.
'Cause it's, but for me, it was regular and then it became irregular. I remember when I went to Bali in May a few years ago, I came back, and then I didn't have my period for the whole entire summer. And then
wow.
it was like September, October, then I had it again. And I went to the doctor. So the doctor was like, it's only been 3 months. Wait another month and then see if you have it. And I was like, oh, okay. And so like the next month I did have it.
Oh.
But for me now, since I'm on the IUD, it's been every month, but it's like very light compared to before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still do track my period too, even though it's regular, just to know like when I last had it and how long it was for, and then it can try to predict when it's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's accurate, or it has that like the week right, but not the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What app do you use?
Flow.
I use Eve.
Oh,
I use like my calendar or something.
on Google.
Mm-hmm. No, not on Google. It's an app.
Oh,
It's called something calendar.
specifically for menstrual cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's like for menstrual cycles, and it tells you when you're ovulating.
yeah,
yeah.
mine does too.
Mhm. Well, but usually when I'm on my period, I get really horny though.
Me too. It's like, I don't say extra horny, but I was like, I really just want to do it.
I know.
But I don't, because it's
Yeah.
gross.
It is gross. But some people like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I heard period sex is a thing too.
Mhm.
Like you have period sex, just lay that towel there and do it. That's what I hear.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
Yeah, for us, if I really want to do it, because it's really up to me when I'm on my period. It's in the shower,
Oh.
because you can just clean off when we're done.
Yeah, exactly. No big mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I just get really horny. My hormones are like skyrocket
Yeah.
high. And then, I don't know, like,
Is it because like being on your period just does that to you, or like
maybe it's
being
because.
on your period you can't get it, so you want it?
Maybe that
See,
too.
That's what I thought too. But I also heard that when you're on your period, like it's like similar to when you are horny. Like I don't know how to say, like when you get. It's gonna sound really funny. Like it's like a girl boner. You know how like your clitoris gets bigger.
Oh, really?
And so when you're on your period, like the blood fills it up. I could be wrong.
Oh,
And so that's how like
really?
you get those extra horny hormones.
Oh.
But I could be wrong.
Interesting. I've never
Wow.
heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But still not a fan of period sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's too messy, and the idea of it just kind of grosses me out.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes when we do have period sex, like it hurts my bladder. Or not my bladder, like it just hurts.
Yeah, like everything is sensitive. I feel.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
But if you have period sex,
You do you.
yeah, you
Yeah.
do you.
All
No shame
power
in
to
that.
you, yeah.
Do you guys have a story of your worst period? Like a period nightmare or worst period story? Do you have a worst period story?
I don't remember any worst period stories, but I guess when I first got my period, that's probably my worst period story since I didn't know what it was. But then, like, every time when I can't get to the bathroom or when the bathroom is inconveniently very far, that's just a nightmare for me. Like, even living in the dorms and knowing that, okay, what I need to shower and I'm on my period, like, okay, I have to bring my pad and bring all this stuff, my clothes and everything with me to the bathroom, shower. And sometimes, like, when you're in the dorm showers, they don't have a place for you to put your stuff, so you have to like have it hanging
Yeah.
outside of the shower. So to me, like, it was just so inconvenient, and I just hated it, and it just made me so uncomfortable with having my period during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like my worst period story was in high school.
Oh.
It was like back to wearing pads. And then I think it was like really heavy. And I remember I sat down. and then I think I was at the end of the class. I was like, oh shit, like you can, when you wear pads, you can feel that it's heavy,
Yeah.
you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope it doesn't leak. I hope it doesn't leak. And then I like lift my butt cheek up a little to check. I was like, oh shit, it leaked. And then I was so scared. And then I like pull my sleeve and then I like rub it at the blood off because I was so embarrassed. And I was just so scared. I was like,
It's so through
yeah,
to the seat.
yes. But it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was there,
Mhm.
you know. And so I was so embarrassed. I was so scared. I was like, gonna have a panic attack in class. But I was just, I don't know. And that's just my worst period story. And thinking back, and I was like, girl, you're so stupid.
But I mean, at that age, and even like middle school to high school, when you have your period, it's just a different topic to have with your friends or with the teachers,
Mhm.
because they don't really understand what you're going through, or they make it into something that's shameful,
Mhm.
and like, you shouldn't talk about it. Like, it's taboo.
Right. And then like during those times, like you want to be cool, you know, like you don't want people to be judging you because you're on your period. You want to act
Yeah.
like you're not on your period. Like you want to act like everything's okay, you know? And it's like,
Exactly.
again, like it's like that stigma associated with being on your period. It's like, it's gross. And so like I would remember I was so embarrassed about it happening that I like quickly ran to the bathroom and just like clean it up and change it. And I was like, shit. And then I think like whenever I wear a sweater and I was on my period, I'd like tie it around my waist.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
just
yeah,
for
that's
like
smart.
extra protection.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Yeah.
A sweater would come in very handy.
Mm-hmm. Or just like a long shirt,
Yeah.
long
Mhm.
bottom shirt.
For me, I think this just happened like last month or something. I was on my period, but then like I think I was having cramps before my period came, and so I had just really bad cramps, and so like I just couldn't get up. And then I think I went to go sit on the bathroom toilet too, just in case anything came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to bed, and then all of a sudden, like, it just hurt really bad. And so I, like, crawled out to the living room area. Yeah, I was literally on all fours. And then teacher just looked at me like, I don't know. I think he was just helpless. He felt helpless because he didn't know what to do.
Did he know you were like in pain? Or was he like,
Yeah,
what is
he
this girl
knew.
doing?
No, he knew.
Okay.
But he was just still laying in bed.
Oh.
And then I was like, baby, can you go get me some hot water? And so he was like, yeah. And so he went and grabbed hot water and came back. And I drank the hot water, but then it didn't help. And so I just laid there until like the pain went away.
Have you tried using like a heat pad?
No, I've heard of them, and my mom had one, but then I've never like used it. Or I used it before, but then I just don't have one.
Oh. I mean, you could do your own DIY one where you make a little pouch and just put rice in it and
Yeah.
then microwave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are quick and easy.
Yeah, I know
But sometimes they help.
I've done just put hot water in a Ziploc bag. Not like boiling hot water,
Oh.
but like warm water
Oh, I know.
that my skin can tolerate, and just
Yeah.
put it on my stomach.
I haven't tried that. I'll
Yeah.
have to consider that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was just like one of the times where, or the first time where it hurted really bad. The cramps hurted really bad. And then I was like talking to teacher after, and I was like, couldn't you if I want a miscarriage, no?
Oh,
He's like, don't say that, or you know, but all is good. I had my period after. But that was
must have
just
gave you a scare.
it did. I
Yeah.
thought something was wrong, or like, I don't know. I was just really scared. It was just really painful because I've never experienced it before. But cramps are not fun.
No, they're not.
Okay, see, and that's why I'm like nervous about having a kid, because I feel like those
Yeah.
cramps during pregnancy.
Uh-huh.
Those contractions.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Supposedly contractions feel like cramps, but like 10 or 100 times more painful.
Yeah, which is when I had my period before and I didn't have any cramps. I was like, there's no way I can do contractions at this rate. I've had it too good. And then when I had my
Same.
idea, it was so painful that I'm like, okay, like I wonder how bad contractions are now. But I'm sure they're still like.
They are, because like my sister, when she had her baby, and like it was towards the part where she's gonna actually give birth, and then I saw videos of her, and she was just like in so much pain. I was like, oh my gosh, like I do not want to go through that at all. It just seems really painful.
Unless you have an epidural.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
people who use epidural for labor and delivery, like it just seems so seamless. Like they just push, and like they have a full face of makeup and push, and all of a sudden there's a baby.
Yeah, and they still look flawless.
Yeah.
Like they haven't gave birth at all.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I mean, there are some people who don't take the epidural and they still look flawless too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm just thinking about myself, like I'm going to be a hot mess if I don't take that epidural.
For real. There's a whole stigma around the epidural too, though.
Yeah, there is.
I feel like we should talk about it, but we can wait until when we actually go through that experience and then talk about it too.
Yeah.
Because then that will give us a better insight of the whole entire process and what it is really like.
But do you guys plan to do epidural?
I want to, but
Yeah.
I'm also scared, and like, because it goes through your spine.
Spine, yeah.
Yes.
And that just kind of terrifies me. And you have to have a catheter in too, and that terrifies me too.
Oh, yeah.
And I've heard like the side effects of it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
don't you get like back pain?
Back pain.
I was like, oh, I don't know if like, is it worth it?
But pregnancy in general gives you back pain.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, same. I think right now, I feel like I will, like I want to be all natural, but I know I am gonna want the epidural.
yeah. Just say the epidural before it's too late.
Yeah.
And now we have the medicine of epidural and all the other things to help us through labor and delivery, whereas our parents didn't before. But I know like they also have their judgment on the epidural and to go all natural and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, there's no shame.
Yeah.
So
But yesterday I was at my parents' place because I was dropping off something and they're like, time to have a kid.
oh, just because you got married, now you have a house. What's
Uh-huh.
next? Oh yeah, you're done with school too.
kids, no more
Yeah.
excuses.
They're like, make sure you have a kid before you're 30. And I'm like,
You still
that's
have
like
time.
next year.
What?
no, it's not.
not.
Yeah, because I'm turning 28 this year. Oh my gosh, so old. And then 29 next year. And then 30 the year after.
You still have 2 years.
I
at
don't
least.
know. I'm stressing out about it because
Don't stress.
Don't.
But you're never too late to have a kid. Like you can have a kid at any time.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Before 35.
I think biologically, I don't know if that's true though.
I
Is
mean,
it?
like, it's like no race to have a kid.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
kid,
that
like,
I agree
even
with,
if
yeah.
you're like 35, you can still have a kid too.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just worried. Like I'm starting to think like, what if I have a complications or like, I don't know,
It's okay.
What
That's
if you
everyone's
don't?
fear. Yeah.
right? But then like people are like, oh, we had our kids early and like 40, we can still go and play because they're like old enough to take care of themselves.
I hear a lot of that too.
You know?
Me too. I hear that too.
Yeah. And basically, if we wait longer to have kids, then like we can't even run around with them because we're too old and we don't have enough energy.
I've heard that too, and I've definitely had that kind of thought
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. But I'm
You'll
not ready
have
for
it.
kids.
Yeah, you'll have it when you'll have it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not ready for kids.
I feel like
Yeah, you have to be somewhat ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling my one of my coworker, because she has a kid and they're like in the process of having another kid, and she's like, you never know you're ready until you have a kid. Like
Yeah.
no one's ever
I've
fully
heard that
ready.
too.
Mhm.
So don't stress it. And when it happens, it happens. And so-
Yeah. But then, like, I don't know. I still want to have fun.
But it's okay to have kids even in your 30s, so you don't
Yeah,
have to worry
that's
about
true.
it.
That's like the new
It's
normal.
it's
now.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's very normal in the Miga culture. I think in just the Eastern culture
Yeah.
that they just want you to have kids when you're younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
So again, my mom also said the same thing. The other week we were over at my parents' house and my mom was talking. She's like, so are you guys just never gonna have kids? Or like, what's going on? And then she proceeded to continue to talk about having kids. And then she said, I'll say it in Hmong and then I'll translate. She's like, "Nè, chứ mua ô kem món ngon á." You better go do it tonight. And I was like, what?
Open about it.
Yeah, I was like, what? And then she laughed. She's like, she's like, I'm just saying what I hear people say, okay? Just go do it tonight. Like, it's that phrase. And I'm like, Mom.
กูจะให้เขาคุณน้องสนายกับจิ้มโอกินมันน้องนะ
Yeah, that's what she said. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom. You tell me, go have sex with my husband right here in front of my husband and my dad and my sister-in-law because we're all in the living room together.
That's so
But,
fun.
yeah, that was my mom telling us to have kids for the millionth time.
Yep, I get that from my parents time to time too, but I'm not ready. Still in school. Pa has to build his career more. I do too. We gotta get a house. There's just so much we have to do or want to do before we want kids. Because right now
Right.
we're not ready for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of the pink tax?
Yes.
What is that?
Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous.
It is. It's gender-based. What is it?
Tax on
You get
price
product.
discrimination.
Yeah, on products.
So
What?
like
Okay.
we get tax on tampons and
Mm-hmm.
like all our necessities
Mhm.
as for being a woman,
Mhm.
basically, which isn't right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I think it even goes on to like product. Like if you buy a shaver, a pink shaver is worth way more than a male. Like the blue shaver. And
Mhm.
that's the pink tax. Like just
Yep.
for being a woman, you have to pay more for your
Then I
product.
might as well just like male things.
Yeah.
And male shavers, razors are so much better than women shavers.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And they're way cheaper than women's. Isn't that
Wait.
so ridiculous?
Sorry,
That's legal.
I don't have any knowledge about this thing. But is it actually happening right now? Or are they
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Have you looked at when you go shopping? Like go look at the exact same product, male and female. Look at the price.
Mhm.
The female
And
price is
even-
way more.
When you buy a tampon, just say you go to Walgreens, you buy a pack of tampons, you get
Mhm.
tax on it.
That's so stupid.
Just because you're a woman, you get tax.
We didn't choose to have a period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of work behind getting rid of the pink tax, but I'm not up to date with how it's going and what that looks like in the near future. But it still exists today.
That's just so mind-boggling. Because I feel like our feminine products should be free and accessible to everyone. You know, like we are not
It's
choosing
not-
to like menstruate every month
Mhm.
or just like basic. I don't know where I'm going with this. Cut this out. We just don't choose to have those stuff, and that just reminds me of something unrelated. It's like glasses should be free. I didn't choose to be blind.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing, but I'm so mad about how expensive glasses and contacts are.
I
Yes.
feel the same thing about like birth control too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stigma around birth control and shame behind it, which is so unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any update on this men birth control?
I haven't seen anything more.
Okay, because I feel like I remember reading that it was a couple years back. They were
Mhm.
working on developing a birth control for males, but
Mhm.
I haven't like done any more research.
I
after
bet
reading
you that like after we're done, the next couple of days it's gonna appear in our news feed because our phones are listening to us. But I haven't heard anything. Yeah, I just wish people were more open to talk about birth control and how it's okay for a lady to have birth control or be on birth control, and it just irks me so much when a guy talks about birth control. It just pisses me off when they say that a woman shouldn't be on birth control, and I'm just kind of like,
What?
And I've also
you
heard like the
serious?
other way. It's like you should be on birth control so you don't get pregnant. I've heard
Yeah.
that too. It's like, well, why do I need to be on birth control? Like, why can't you be on birth control? Why can't you use a condom?
Right.
You know, like I'm not the only one. I can't get pregnant by myself.
exactly,
You know, so like, why am I getting all of this blame
Mm-hmm.
because of my body?
yeah. Or when like a woman wants to be on birth control, but their partner is like, no, I don't want you to be on birth control. Like, are you serious? That doesn't even make any sense. Why are you controlling her body and what she wants to do with her body?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But would you guys ever consider having your husband have a vasectomy?
Sure, if he's willing to do it, then
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
if I don't have to be on birth control and he does that, that's fine with me.
Yeah. Because I mean, if we're done, then we're done.
Yeah.
Tie them up.
And he can't have kids with anyone else too.
True that.
Why? What about you?
I don't know.
Would you rather be the one on
I'm
birth
just,
control then?
I guess,
Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know. Like, I'm just wondering. I guess I'll just have to do more research because I've heard that you still have the same pleasure, but I just don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much or read much into it to really know like how your body still functions after that procedure.
Mm-hmm.
I was working with this pharmacist, and she just openly said that, oh, my husband, he had his vasectomy. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. But
Yeah, some people talk about it very openly. Like
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool, I guess. They're not like shy to talk about it or anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think it's up to him if he wants to do
Right.
it, you know?
Mhm. Right.
But I'm not against it if he wants to do it.
Exactly.
Like, I wouldn't stop him.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's so much to say about the topic of like having your period and birth control and
Having kids.
having
Yeah,
kids.
just like being a woman in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just everything about being a woman. There's just so much to talk about. I feel like we can go on and on about
Yeah.
this conversation.
That's
Mhm.
true.
I do want to say that anyone who's had a baby, comment down below if you went with the epidural or all natural. Let us know because we don't have kids. I think we all plan on having kids in the future. Let us know pros and cons. What should we do? Because that's definitely something that I've thought about. You know, like which route should I take? And of course, like I'm always worried about the shame of getting an
me too.
epidural.
I think
But-
about that.
But at the same time, it's like, well, do I really want to go through all that pain?
Right. See,
Or-
that's just
I don't
us
know if I
living
wanna
up
call
to
it.
other people's standards again. I feel like.
That
Yeah.
too. But then it's also like, which pain do you want to experience?
That's
the pain
true.
of giving birth,
Mhm.
delivering your child, or the pain of the epidural
Mhm.
and
That's right.
the catheter, or what else that comes with it?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
which pain is more tolerable to you? Which you
Right.
don't know until you actually experience it.
Right. So someone comment down below. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and also if you tried the cup or the panty or the leggings,
Oh, yeah.
let us know how you
Mhm.
like it too. Because
Yeah.
then maybe we'll consider it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. If I have any cup users out there, let these ladies know that they need to get on board.
Yeah. Or else maybe this will influence you to go out and buy yourself a cup too.
Yeah, and they're fairly cheap, and I feel like they should last up to 10 years.
Really?
I remember reading, yeah, if you take good care of it, they should last up to 10 years.
Wow.
So that'll save you lots of money.
That's good to know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for tuning in.
You can connect with us on our social media and find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and YouTube.
And while you're at it, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and follow us. And also remember to submit your questions by using the link listed. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.